All right, it's Valentine's month, of course, so we're thinking about love in all kinds of forms and the people we love, and this is a special kind of love that this lady is talking about. She's written a book about it. Cynthia Daddona, great to have you back with us.
Thank you so much, always a pleasure.
You are the author of a couple of books, but one is Diary of a Modern Day Goddess.
Yes.
Now, you're a well-being lifestyle expert, author, filmmaker. You just kind of do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But this is a great book. Now, Modern Day Goddess, this is intriguing for many different reasons. I know you're Greek. We sort of think of the Greek gods, you know, in Greece, if you will. So what is a Diary of a Modern Day Goddess?
Yes, well, I have some Italian too, so Greek and Italian.
Italian.
And I thought it would be so neat if we could call ourselves and other women goddesses. And I came up with the word modern day goddess because we're dealing with modern day issues, and I believe it's a woman in touch with her joyful, feminine, courageous self.
Oh, okay. So does it, you know, we talk about love, and I know that that's kind of, it was sort of an inspiration for you here?
Yes, yes. Well, I was inspired to write the book because I was working in New York City, and, you know, I was working in TV, film, stand-up comedy, all those things, but I was overworking, so I was kind of injuring my feminine nature, and I thought, why am I so cranky? And then I realized, you know, oh, I need to take better care of my inner self. And that translated into also loving yourself. Oh. And so I read so many self-help books, I was exhausted from helping myself. And then I would talk to other women, and they were all reading self-help books, but they're like, there's something wrong with me, I gotta read more. And I thought, oh my gosh, we have to lighten up about this. Yeah. So I thought if I used my humor background and then journalist research, and I went on my own journey into self-help, yoga, meditation, how your thoughts affect your being, but I found the basis was self-love. And that when you can have that self-love, everything works. Relationships, success.
Because if you don't care about yourself, you don't love yourself, you can't, I guess, share that if you don't have it. Right,
exactly.
You know?
And that's kind of watering the flower that you are. And so one thing, all these books kept saying self-love, and I thought, well, how can you experience that?
You've got principles in here, you've got steps here for people.
So in my book, I talk about having a date with yourself, and I thought, well, I'm gonna act out a date with myself. So this is what I did. First, I sent myself flowers, and then I acted surprised when they arrived.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, for me, you shouldn't have, okay, I'm worth it. Then when I was out, I called my home phone to ask myself out on a date, but I was a little disappointed when I wasn't home.
Oh, I was like, so sorry you weren't there, honey.
This is part from my stand-up too, but it really worked. Then I made this beautiful meal for myself, and the date was wonderful because I felt like I'd known myself my whole life. And, you know,
soulmate. You had a soulmate.
I had a
going on there.
Yeah, I laughed at all my jokes. I cherished my feelings, and intuitively, I knew we were karmically compatible. So
without a questionnaire,
right? Exactly.
You could get along.
And at the end of the night, I just finally went to sleep. I felt like a goddess, and the date was perfect because I called the next day when I said I would.
Okay, I have never really heard that principle before. You know, a self-date, I mean, you know, we think of things like, oh, take yourself to a spa, or go to a movie, or do something that nourishes you, but the whole date thing is absolutely charming.
Date thing. And, you know, even if it's just you take yourself for a walk in nature for 10 minutes, but what happened is I kept doing this, and then eventually I met my husband, and now we have joint date nights. The person we take turns. The person makes the food and figures out what the entertainment
and nourishes the other person.
Yeah, so the dates continue. But I have gotten great feedback. You know, this was also in the LA Times. They called it Light Heart Enlightenment. And people write to me. One woman bought herself orchids. Another guy took himself out to sushi. And they say they feel so much better about themselves. And it's just something you can do. And I do continue. If I feel stressed, I know I need a little break.
You know, and I think sometimes when we get out of touch with ourselves, we forget our dreams, we forget our possibilities. We just get a little bit lost. Now, you have kind of a special thing that I find very fascinating because I know it actually works.
Absolutely.
Vision board.
Yes, in my book I write about that too. So vision boards where you cut images out of magazines or different places and you post them on a board. So they have a little picture up, and this was a vision board I did for my husband and I when we were a couple. You know, when we were just starting to date. We're still a couple, of course, been married since 2006. And in the left-hand corner, you can see I just put a picture of Greece on there. Well, we ended up getting married in Greece, and our wedding picture is the exact church the wedding coordinator actually called. You can see the blue dome. And he said, there's 100 churches. We said, pick one. And when he sent the picture, my husband goes, that's the picture on the vision board.
Okay, I just get the chills over this. I know it's because I have heard stories like this before. I was reading, I think it was called The Secret, you remember, it was so popular a few years ago. And he said that it's sort of the same thing. He made a vision board and he put a picture of a magazine house that he saw that he really liked on the vision board. And anyway, went about and found that his life, you know, improved from that. And down the road, like 10 years, he pulled out the vision board and realized that he had bought that exact house.
Yes.
Okay, so it's scary, so be careful what you wish for, like I said on the last segment, because you know it may come if you visualize something. I mean, Einstein said it's all about energy and vibration, and you cannot help but get the things in your life that you draw to you through energy and vibration. It's not, you know, it's not psychology, it is actually physics. This actually, well, psychology might not be the right word, but it's real.
Right, it's all energy. Athletes use creative visualization. The vision board just helps you focus on it. And I'm going to be teaching a workshop on it. That includes my book, and it's going to be so much fun. It's on my website. But I just love hearing stories from people. And my book changes the energy within. So like one lady said, I read your book, I keep it by my nightstand, and now I talk to my husband a little better and he got a rockin' job. Or another lady said, it fell off the shelf, I hadn't read it for a few years and I'm forever changed, and now I feel happier about myself. So to create a book that is helping others,
it's
really
spread by, we have a theme going here, you know, of like kindness and reaching out and paying it forward, but to yourself too, which I love, and obviously it changed your life as well.
It did. So many things have expanded from it, and I know the principles work. It helped my husband and I. He went through a health challenge. The principles in the book help us turn it around. And now I also, you know, the Greek themes on my vision board keep going. I did a documentary called Crete Under the Grecian Sun, a romantic culinary travel DVD, and it's up for a Taste Award, one of 4 documentaries.
And congratulations. That's this month. I mean, that's very big. Well, Cynthia Daddona, thanks for sharing the book. People can get it on Amazon?
ModernDayGoddess.com. I'll sign it from one goddess to another.
Information on the screen.
And our documentary is on Amazon. So
Cynthia Daddona, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Modern Day Goddess right here.
Thank you. You're one too.